Good morning. Good morning. Andrew the Believer with the heart me and the go popular. That a boy, my Andrew. Good morning, JDM with the cone. Travis, yes. Mr. Dave, we got to hammer these crowns right out of the gate. Remember, good morning, everybody. Good morning, my YouTubers. Let's go. Marcus, thank you so much. Brian with the follow. Marcus with the first crown. Thank you, my Marcus. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Mr. Dave. How we doing, everybody? As you're coming in, TAP, JDM, get the TAP going. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello. Wee-wee. How did we do in the market this past week? It's coming to the end of September already. Mr. Dave with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Hamdi. Good morning. Good morning, Davion. How are you? Davion with the popular. Davion with the heart me. Get the heart me's in, everybody. If your heart in the top left corner is grayed out, make sure you get the heart meat in. Simba and Lilo, thank you for the share, Simba and Lilo. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Everybody's TAPing. Everybody's TAPing. Everybody's TAPing. Let's go, let's go. TAP, TAP. Martell with the follow. There comes Mr. Dave. Here he comes, the train. 3 crowns. Thank you, Mr. Dave. Whoop. Martell with the follow. Zen Method. Thank you, Zen, with the crown. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Good morning. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Voss. We're on every day, Monday through Sunday. And remember, this is the Spy Daily. All roads lead back to the 20. Yes, they do. Look at that. Yo. What was it last week? I told you all we were just too far. 8, 20, too far from the 8. All roads lead back to that 20 at all times. When we get too far, we come back. Too far, we come back. Too far, we come back. And then by knowing this, traders, just this little simple fact, you know that if you take a short, you're going to get good momentum out of it. Because if Miss Market is coming back to the 20, guess where the momentum is? Guess where the momentum will be? Back down, my beautiful traders. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Where are you from, Andy? Where are you from? It's Andy. Yes, we're going to go over all of these here in 1 second. We have to get to 10,000 likes. Right now, we're at 5.2 thousand likes. Let's go. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. Georgia in the house. We need 4 more crowns. Let's go. JL Haba, Midwest with the heartbeats. Thank you so much. Good morning, SSJX Mars. Good to see you over there on the tubes. Are we ready, my traders? Are we ready? Who is going to be green for the month of September, and who is going to be red for the month of September? Put it in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Third Child Tuesday. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations to Andy. 3 beautiful children. I like it. I like it. Green. Very nice. Green. Look at all these VIPers. Look at all these VIPers. Pushing. Good job, Andrew. Keep fighting. Green for Andy. JL Haba. Thank you for the popular. Shooting for green. Good. Hello, Luke. How are you? All right. So we know, everybody, get your pad and paper and pens out, okay? We know all roads lead back to the 20. That we know, okay? So yesterday on Miss Market, and then we're going to review my trades from yesterday. Yesterday on Miss Market, we were in that bearish neutral state right here, okay? Then we became narrow, and once we become narrow traders, we know we're going to get a good move out of the market. But you see how we're bearish neutral here first? We need that pullback at the open. We're not looking to go to the moon right out of the gate, and that's why you get that red bottoming tail candle. This is your pause before we get narrow to make that move to the upside. So we talk about this every single weekend. You must know your state. Not only you have to know your wide, neutral, and narrow state, you have to know what state your bullish and bearish states are in, okay? That is very, very important, because if you knew that yesterday at the open, let me show you. You know, my beautiful traders, okay, that you ain't doing anything until this 20 gets caught up to that 200, because you're just going to get a pause bar. So while this bar here is going up and down, you're probably getting out because you're a nervous wreck. But once you get that color change, you are in that narrow state right here. Now you're narrow. You're out of that bearish state right here. You see it? And these small details are everything as a trader. But most traders don't know any of this because they're just gambling. They're just guessing every day. They don't know how to trade. Come on, you guys know that, right? And then on Miss Market, when we just get too far from the 20, just like on the daily, doesn't matter what time frame you are, all roads lead back to the 20. All roads, okay? All roads. So the days of you now going to the moon are over, because you aren't going to the moon. There is no miracle coming for you as a trader. You're not going to get that big winning trade that's going to set you free. It doesn't work that way. The market has a cycle that it runs over and over and over. So while you're trying to go to the moon for that miracle that you're hoping for, it's just not going to happen. All right? Because you're going to wind up losing on that pullback to the downside. Lino Rocha! You! Here it comes. Thank you, Lino. I appreciate you for those 3 crowns. We have one more crown on the board, everybody. Okay? So that is very, very important. That was the SPY. Now, yesterday, I must have said I had Boeing on watch. Remember? And I said I was looking to short this at the open. Who remembers me talking about shorting Boeing at the open yesterday? Because, and I'm going to tell you why in a second, but who remembers me talking about Boeing in the short? Yeah, we'll do Oracle. We're going to do them all, everybody. Good. Me. Go to the YouTube recording from yesterday at our official Voss trading page, and you'll see I talked about this extensively. I put these resistance lines up here because I said, if we get up there first and I get my event, I'm going to short this. Well, we opened, we got the move in, we got the event, our elephant bar, and we shorted this to the downside. That was trade number 1 by me, and a lot of other VIPers took the trade because they know what position and state we're in. Now, let's talk about that. Boeing yesterday, we were in what? A bearish neutral state again, just like SPY was. We aren't looking to go long at the open out of this position because we have a bearish state. and we have a bullish position 3. You are not going long, and you will learn all about the state and positions in the VIP extensively. You will learn this inside and out in our VIP education community. So what did we do in the VIP? We got the event and we beat on that drum for a short to the downside. Then once you're narrow again, right here, coming out of the base, then you can look for your long to the upside after the retracement short that we took. But you're not looking to go to the moon because there's that resistance line again. You're still in position 3. Now you're in a wide state to the upside. So we're not looking to go long anymore. You are looking for your short plays now because this 20 is going to catch back up to this 200. Okay? So there's 2 ways that this does this. Number 1, price action means we are going to get violence to the downside with price action to bring this 20 back to the 200. The other way that this occurs is time. That means we are going to chop around and go sideways and consolidate until our 200 moves slowly to catch up to the 20. Now, I don't know which one this did yet, so we're going to find out right now. And we got the 200. So time, right? After we get that violence, boom, then we start consolidating and go sideways, waiting for that 200 to catch up. So if you didn't get this move, boom, or this move, boom, to the upside, you were going to get it chopped up here on Boeing the rest of the day. All right? Let's go over to Oracle because someone asked about Oracle. Folks, what I just explained to you in the first 10 minutes that we've been on so far, you have learned more in 10 minutes than you probably have for that $2,000 course that you got scammed out of probably a month ago or 2 months ago. Now, here we go, everybody, to the moon on Oracle. On Oracle, we are in the whip zone. So we had our whip zone levels marked out from yesterday, right? We are in the whip zone currently when we open. What do we always tell you traders never to do for the first 15 minutes of the day when we trade in the whip zone? What do we tell you all? JL Haba with the club cheers. Thank you, JL. Yes, who got that last crown? JDM. They're on a roll. They're on a roll. The roses are up. Okay, here we go. We're in the whip zone, right? Here's the opening candle. We're in the whip zone. We are doing nothing until what? We get over it or we get under it. How many times have we talked about this? Okay? You get under it now. Woo! There she blows, okay, to the downside. And we're going to talk about reversals here for all of you in a minute. Then you get your move to the downside. When we're in the whip zone, we do not trade for the first 15 minutes of the day. It's going to be whippy. See how whippy it is? You got tails, topping tails all over the place. Then you get your move to the downside. And we teach you all about the whip zone in the VIP. Now we're starting to get a little wide here. See? We're starting to get a little wide. So what do we know? Either price action or time is going to bring us back together again. Which one do you think occurred? I don't know. Let's see. Whoop, time again. We had to wait for that 200 in the opposite direction of the last one we looked at to catch up. So after you get the move to the downside, you just consolidate and chop the rest of the day until these two come back together again. This is called market cycle. Learn it. Let me teach you it in that VIP. Let me teach you about state in that VIP, and I will guarantee you right now, and you can ask the VIP traders that are here, it's going to dramatically help you as a trader. Dramatically. Now, let's talk about the old reversal, right? Novice traders love reversals. They love them. They love them, okay? But they don't know how to execute them. That is the problem. And how do we execute reversal trades coming back to the upside? How do we execute these, everybody? Does anybody know? Thank you for the rose. I don't know your name, but thank you so much. JL Habo with the roses. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. We'll look at Bitcoin too. Everyone just relax. We're going to be on here for the next hour, okay? Reversals are very important. Okay, very, very important. So I took a trade the day before yesterday on Google on a reversal play. All right, I'm going to bring it up here for you. I took this reversal on Google yesterday, day before yesterday, right here to the upside. Okay, it was a beautiful dollar per share trade. Why did I take this trade on Google? Does anyone know why I took this? Is it because we were just far from the 20? That was one reason. We were too far from the 20, the heartbeat of the market. That was one reason. What was another reason that I took that trade to the upside? I got an event. I got my color change event, okay? So that is number two. We were too far from the 20. I got my color change event, but we're missing number three. What's number three? Anybody know? Do we trade with RSI? No. Only novices use RSI. Higher time frame support. Higher time frame support is what gave me the confirmation that we were coming back to the 20. Does everybody understand that? Okay? We were coming into a base. We were coming into an hourly and daily base on the higher time frames. We were now rejecting off of this major support level. I got my event. I knew we were too far from the 20, and I took the reversal back to the upside. Okay? Let's talk about my trades from yesterday. Boeing was the first one I took that I showed you before. Okay? Boeing. Then I took a trade on IWM. So let's go to IWM. IWM coming into yesterday, I knew we were in a bearish neutral state. There it is again. And I knew at the open we needed that pullback first. There's your red candle again. And then we got narrow. See it? Then we made our move to the upside. So I was on the 5-minute chart. Why do I use the 5-minute chart when I trade, my traders? Why do I use the 5-minute chart when I trade? Anybody know? I used the 15 for the first 15. I used the 2-minute for the first 15 minutes of the day, and then I switch over to the 5. Anyone know why? Put them in the chat. Thank you so much for the follows. Remember, the roses are on the board. Hello, VJ. Good to see you. Cyber, SSJ, whoa, look at all those people over there on YouTube. Thank you so much, everybody. It's the one. The 5-minute chart is the one. That is where you're going to make your living on, the 5-minute chart. That is your execution time frame. In the VIP, we have a whole lesson on higher time frames and trading with 4 and 5 time frames. You are not trading on one time frame. The 5-minute is the execution time frame, but is not the only time frame that you're going to use to trade on. We are going to teach you in the VIP how to trade on 5 time frames at the same time. Okay? The 5-minute will be your execution. These other time frames you will have up as well. And you are going to scan the market back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And we're going to teach you how, so when you get into a trade, you don't immediately get in, get nervous, and get out. How many of you get into a trade and then after 30 seconds, whoo, I'm out. Whoa, I'm sweating now. Because you're so used to losing when you enter that you can't handle being in a trade for 30 seconds anymore. They know that is the hardest thing other than risk management. I have to retrain the brain for VIP traders, is that fear of staying in a trade. I've finally figured out, I thought it was risk management. It's not. It is, you have trained your brain, your subconscious, that when you get into a trade, you can't stay in the trade because it rejects against you so fast that you just get out. How many of you get in a trade, get nervous, and get right out? Put me in the chat if that's you. But we can conquer that. If I can conquer it, you can conquer it. Uncle John, okay. Yep. Who else? Who else gets into a trade for a long, and then, no, I can't do it. I got to get out. It's breathing back. I can't stay in the trade. I'm going to lose. Look at all these people. See? That's because you're not entering properly. You are entering on the wrong side of the market cycle. You don't know your state and you don't know your position, and you have no idea what the events are in the market to enter a trade. So that's why you're having that problem. And another reason you're having that problem, and one of the biggest reasons, is because you're entering a trade and you have no idea what's happening on the higher time frames. So you could be entering on the 2 or the 1 minute. That's what most amateurs use. and then it immediately gets rejected hard. That's because you just ran into major resistance to the upside on a higher time frame. And we're going to teach you how to scan the higher time frames, so when you enter a trade, you know you have room to let that trade work. Your heart won't be beating out of your chest. Now, here's another thing, traders. A lot of our VIPers, and of course myself now, when I get into a trade, I don't get that much breathe back anymore when I enter a trade like I used to 10 years ago, because I'm entering on the right side of the market. So when we enter a trade, for the most part, they go, okay? They're going to start going to the upside. And what's important about entering on the right side of the market? Does anyone know what the most important thing is about entering on the right side of the market? Not, no, I'm going to make money or I'm going to win the trade. Forget it. We have no control over that. Winning a trade, we have zero control. What is the most important thing about entering on the right side of the market? Does anybody know? Following the trend? No. Trend is your friend? No. Predicting price action? No. It lets you get your break even in. Okay? The only thing we control in the market, my beautiful traders, is risk management. When we're getting out, that is the only thing we control as a trader. When you get into a trade, I don't care who you are. You have no control if that's going up for a long or if it's going down for a short. We have no control over that. But when we enter on the right side of the market, we are able to put our break even in as it's going up, so we protect our risk. So if it does come back, we don't lose anything. We lose nada. Does everybody understand that? I need to make sure this is sinking in between the earlobes, okay? So most of the trades I take, I would say 85% of the time I could get my break even in. Where most traders, when they get into a trade, they have no chance of getting a break even in because it's immediately either going up and boom, back to the downside, or immediately going back to the downside. The only reason I'm good at this is because I control my risk. I have no control of it going up. I know the high probability setups, and we're going to teach you those in the VIP, that you have a 70% chance of it going in your direction. I can teach you that, but there's still a 30% chance it won't go in your direction. But at least you'll be able to get your break even in. And what is so important about the break even is that you won't lose anything. Would you take that any day of the week? Yes or no? Hello, Suplex. How are you, my friend? How many of you would take break-even trades over and 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 over? Because here's why. You get into a trade, and I'm going to draw this out for you to really put this in perspective for you. You get into a trade, you enter here, it comes back, you break even. One break-even trade, another break-even trade, another break-even trade, another break-even trade, another break. So you have 5 break-even trades. You know what a novice and an amateur does when they get 5 break-even trades? Oh, man, I didn't win. I didn't win. Why didn't I win in the market today? Why didn't I win in the market today? Oh, man, 5 break-even trades. What you should be thinking about is this. Break even, break even, break even, break even, break even. You only need one winner. This one winner will take care of the feelings of those 5 break-even trades. You know why? You managed risk. And guess what? You're green. You're green. Let's say these 5 trades were broken out. Okay, here's day 1. Let me move this over for you. Here's day 1. Break-even trades, you had 3 of them. Day 2, break-even trades, you had 2 more. But day 3, you get 1 good winning trade. You are now green for the week. These are break-even. You did not lose anything on these. Here's your winner. That's what we do as traders. We are setup traders, and we manage our risk. Because what most novice traders are doing is this. You ready? You see these 3 trades that you took? They're revenge trades, probably 2 and 3. And you lost. So now you're red after day 1 on Monday. Day 2 comes, you're coming in as a revenge trader. You were like, oh, I'm getting it all back today. Today's the day. And what happens is you lose again. Now you're red and red again. Now you have dug that hole even deeper than you did on Monday. And then when you do get your winning trade, it doesn't even put a dent into the 2 prior day losers. It doesn't even put a dent into those losing days. And that's why at the end of the month, you go back and look at your journal. I hope you're all journaling. And you say to yourself, man, do I really stink at this? Holy moly. Because you don't manage risk. That is why. And the reason you don't manage risk is because you are so used to losing all the time that you have become numb to risk management. It doesn't mean anything to you anymore because you get up every morning and say, I know I'm going to lose today, but let's hope I win and get the Hail Mary winner to the upside. All right? So how do we get into that VIP? How do we get in there? Well, you're going to head over to, because someone just asked me, I see. You're going to head over to theVossTrading.com right here, my beautiful traders, okay? You are going to head over to theVossTrading.com. Whoop. Whoop. Right there. Or just click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio. That'll bring you there. Everything is in the WAP, the whole education platform. That is where you join, and we will teach you how to trade properly, okay? The first thing we're going to work on with you is managing your risk. That's the first thing. That's the most important thing. Right now, you have a leaky bucket that we talk about all the time, right? Here's your bucket, and you got leakage out of that bucket. We got to plug that bucket up, all right? In order to do that, we're going to teach you risk management so we can plug this up. And then once we do, we'll start filling the water up with water, okay? And then we'll get you heading in the right direction. So that is very, very important. But back to my trade on IWM yesterday. Soon as I got this move to the upside, I got that winner. So Boeing, we took the short because we were in position 3 with major resistance above us in a bearish neutral state. Winner number 1. Winner number 2, this is an A+ setup. This is a no-brainer. On the higher time frames, I was looking at my hourly and daily. I had plenty of room up to that 200. Once we get up to that 200, we have to be cautious because why? What is the 200, everybody? What is the 200, everybody? Everything we teach you in the VIP, it doesn't matter the instrument you trade. If you trade futures, options, Forex, crypto, or equities. If you can't trade price action, you can't trade anything. The instrument is just the execution of the order. That is the only thing that is different, okay? But if you can't trade price action, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. How many of you, and now that you brought it up, we got to hop around. Why is futures so popular right now? Because everyone is sick of losing their own money. They think they are going to go into a prop firm and lose their money. But remember, you still are not good at trading. So when you go to that prop firm, you're not going to last there more than 2 weeks because they're going to throw you the hell out. Because why? You still suck at trading. Changing whose money you use or changing the instrument that you trade will not stop you from sucking at trading. That's what the novice thinks. The novice thinks if they go from penny stocks to options to futures to Forex to equities to this to crypto, that you still suck at trading. That's not going to change. So if you started in options and sucked, when you come over to equities, you're going to suck. When you go to Forex, you're going to suck. When you go to futures, you're going to suck. You're still going to suck. Does everybody understand that? Hello, Oscar. You're still going to be bad at this because you don't know how to trade. You must trade. The only thing you need to learn is price action, folks. And that is what we're going to teach you. And you're going to know it like the back of your hand once we get a hold of you in that VIP. VIP traders that are in here right now, has the VIP helped you dramatically with your trading? Not just a little bit, dramatically with your trading. Oh, that's what do you, baby. And these aren't hired actors, everybody. There's too many of them. All right, back to this. What is this? The 200. Why do we never trade into the 200 going up or trade into the 200 coming down? That is the granddaddy of them all. You are going to learn all about the 200 in the VIP. We never trade into this thing. Whammo! Okay, we never trade into that 200. So those were my 2 trades yesterday. And that is how you trade, everybody. All right, let's go over to Tesla. So Tesla yesterday, I want you all to evaluate these. You see here, the resistance we had up here? Boom, right off that resistance. Whammo! Okay, Always take my levels down, everybody. They are great. Look at these levels here and look at these levels here and then back up. And as we go through here, see it? Whoa, yes, it is. All right. Tesla. Young boy had a heart of stone. Heart of stone. Okay, Tesla, what do we open here? What stake do we open on Tesla here in the morning yesterday? Anybody tell me? Let's see who's paying attention. Fit Wakely, my man, there he is. Fit Wakely. He says, I don't know how I ever traded before the VIP. Yeah, well. Neutral bearish user, correct. We are in a neutral bearish state. So at the open, you get that pullback, okay? It makes a run to the upside. Now, here's the problem with Tesla. By the time you get up here, you're far from the 20. You are still in a bearish neutral state. You ain't going anywhere because now that you're narrow, you're too far. Who tried to go to the moon? Who tried to go to the moon up here? Yes, Tesla, I'm getting rich to the moon. No, you're not. You ain't going to any moon. There's a few reasons why you're not going to the moon here. All right. Number one is you're about to go into the 5-minute 200. What did we just say about the granddaddy of them all? Don't do it. 5-minute 200. Whammo to the downside. Okay. There's no moon there. On the 15-minute, let's pull this back. 15-minute, oh, there she blows. You are coming into the base. There's the pivot, double top, whammo, double top, 5-minute 200. Where the hell do you think you're going? And that's why you need higher time frames, because you would have saw I'm about to come into a double top, about to come into the 5-minute 200. Should I go long here to the moon? Nope. You should be looking for the reversal short to the downside on Tesla, everybody. You should be looking for the reversal to the downside. And that's where most of you are getting in trouble because you have no idea what's happening on the charts. You have no clue what is happening in the markets, okay? And that's very, very important that you have to start learning how to trade properly. Glock Tua, thank you. Bai Zen Su. Who else we got? JL Haba, thank you, everyone, for all of those beautiful roses. Yes, it is. That was Tesla. What else do you want to go over? NVIDIA? We could do this all day, folks. We could do this all day till the cows come home, okay? Oh, boy, here we go again to the moon. There it is, right here. Wait, 9:30. We're in a bearish neutral state again, and you're trying to go long. No, not going to happen. So why did we reject up here? Let's see. Why did we reject up here? You got your 200, but you're over it. Let's see, everybody. Well, okay, the 15-minute looks okay, but the hourly, you're trying to trade into the 8, you're trying to trade into the 20. Major resistance going to the upside on the higher time frames. You see it? And then whammo, back down. How can you possibly make a trade on your execution time frame if you have no idea what's happening on your higher time frame? You're guessing. You're just guessing. There's no, you have no, what's the word I'm looking for here? Game plan in place. You are just guessing. Candy with the TikTok live book and the heartbeat. Candy. Okay? Do we got this? How many of you had a green day yesterday in the market? Put me in the chat. Who was green in the markets? If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are at 58,000 likes. Let's get up to 75,000 right now. Tap, let's go. I was me. How, for non-VIPers, when you come onto the TikTok live every morning, does me coming on TikTok every morning help you become green? Yes or no? Tawanda, hello. Thank you, everybody. Cool. Cool. I want to make sure that we're giving you the best value as possible. Okay. Now let's do a little education. Here we go. NVIDIA on the 25th, 2 days ago. Where do we open? What state are we in? What state are we in, everybody? Good, Garnett. Good. I'm glad you're learning a lot. Excellent. Correct. You were in a narrow state. In this position, you were going to learn the 7 positions in the VIP. Are we shorting to the downside here, folks, at the open? No. Look at the position you're in. Just like in the position to the upside, we don't go long. To the downside, we don't go short here because you're coming back to that 20 minimum. Then you're looking for a break of structure, which you get back to the upside. We're going to teach you about break of structure as well. So now, most of you probably have pre-market, post-market, extended hours on your chart. That's the number one novice way of trading. So when you have pre-market data on, your MAs are going to look like, it looks great for a short. It's a 5-star trade. How many people have you heard say, it's a 5-star trade? And it immediately goes in the opposite direction because they don't have a clue of what position they're in. All right? That was NVIDIA there. Here's NVIDIA here. You ready? What position do we open? We open in the whip zone. We just got done talking about the whip zone. We neither get over it or under it. That's why we put those whip zones in place, okay? Here is a beautiful move to the downside under that whip zone. Here is a beautiful move after 15 minutes coming off that 200 for an A+ setup. Okay? Folks, at the open, how many of you are just guessing? How many of you can honestly say every day when you hear this, you're just guessing? Like deep down inside, how many of you are guessing? Anybody? Jose, thank you for the follow. No, Alan, we never use extended hours or pre-market data. Are you kidding me? Pre-market, you know how many people's accounts go to die in pre-market? How many of you have blown up an account in pre-market? The data is irrelevant. There's no volume. There's no volume. Yes, you were guessing. You were guessing. Davion, yeah. Leighton, yeah, we'll just get rid of him. You could just get rid of him. GG, thank you for the follow. You're guessing, Jose? Okay. Yeah, because you have pre-market and post-market data on. Get them off. I promise you, when we get them off in the VIP, we show you position, state, and all of that, you're going to be mind blown. Okay? Let's go over to XRP to the moon. Let's see what we got on XRP. So yesterday was what, the 27th? Oh, we didn't do XRP yesterday. Okay, let's pull this back. It's made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. All right, let's do it for all you XRPers. We are going to put these in right now. Yes. Bum, 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 in your heart. All right, XRP, here's what you got. You got to get back over 279.01 over this pivot. You'll have room up to 280.38 and 281.17 to the upside, okay? Under 277.48 to the downside, you want to get under for 276.32. Come back to this later and look. You're going to see above this level, you're going to go to 280. Under this level, you're coming back down to 276. Take it for what you want. This is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only, and you must trade at your own risk. What else are we looking at? AMD, yes. I was made for... Now, here's the crazy thing, everybody. 92% of people that are in this live lose every day in the market. 92%. All right? Do we got that? GG, thank you for the heart being. 92% are losing. Remember that. Okay. And why are they losing? What are the three main reasons why they lose in the market every day while we're talking about it? What are the three reasons why they lose in the market? Let's finish those roses, my beauties. Let's go. Keep tapping. We're at 70,000. Yesterday, yeah. Coach TY for the roses. Thank you. GG. Yep. Why? Number one, they don't know the state their stock is in. They have no clue. You ask them what state their stock is in, they're going to tell you the state that they live in. Number two, they don't know what position their stock is in when they enter a trade. And number three, they have no idea where the market cycle they're in. Zero. Guessing. They have no clue what even what three of those things mean, okay? Let's pull this back on AMD. Are we ready? Right here, this green candle. What part number of the cycle are you on? Go! Right now, everyone's going, I have no idea. That green candle is what market cycle? No. Sue Felicia, VIPer, yes! That's cycle one, my friends. Cycle one of the market. What cycles does the market run the biggest on? Number one and number three. You will wait for loving me. Look at that beautiful one. Woo! To the upside. That is market cycle one, folks. What number cycle is this in the market? Right there. That red is what number in the market cycle? Thank you, Sue. 3, 5. How can it be 5? Marco doesn't run in 5 cycles. Number one, folks. It's the first 3 candles of the day. It's number one, okay, in the market. Why are we shorting here? Why are we shorting here? Anyone know why? Seriously, folks. Why are we shorting there? 9 out of 10 of you, you're bleeding out. You see the big gap down? You're bleeding out. No, you're not. You're coming back to the 20. Why are we shorting there? Market cycle, folks. Okay? Whole number, 155. You're in position 3. Where are you going? You think this is, can you honestly say you think this is going to keep going down? You really think that's going to happen, huh? Should we show them, everybody? Are you ready to be mind blown, everybody? Are we ready? Are we ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Put me in the chat. I want to see a flood of me's in the chat. Who is ready, my beauties? Here we go. You're about to get basics. You ready? We're bleeding out. No, we're not. We're just coming back to the 20. We're going to the moon. No, we're not. We're just coming back to the 20. Moon. Nope. We're just coming back to the 20. Oh, here it is. To the moon. The continuation. No, you're not. You're coming back to the 20. We're bleeding out. No, you're not. You're coming back to the 20. You learn that in the VIP, learn to day trade. You will learn that in the VIP. What is the 20, everybody? Does anybody know? Are we ready? Listen, I want you to listen. Listen very carefully. You ready? Listen. Tell me what this sound is. Listen. Tell me what this sound is. You ready? It's the heartbeat of the market. That's why it's in red. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, bump. All roads. Are you ready? AMD on the weekly. Are we ready? To the moon. Nope, back to the 20. To the moon. Nope, back to the 20. Bleeding out. No, we're coming back. Nope, not yet. Bleed it out. Look, we're bleeding out on the weekly. No, you're just coming back to the 20. Moon. No, we're just coming back to the 20. Who's never going to the moon again? Who is never going to the moon again after today's live? I came up on the F word, the Y word, the P word. Thank TikTok. Thank TikTok, everybody. Because now you are home, and we are going to teach you how to trade properly. There's no more guessing. There's no more praying when you get into a trade. There's no more closing your eyes, hoping it goes up or down. There's no more screaming and yelling and throwing and being bipolar when your family members call after your trading day. Okay? You know what I mean by that? Hello? Yes, honey. What do you want? I'm trading. Oh, he must have had a losing day today. On Wednesday. Hi, honey. How are you doing today? Oh, he must have won in the market today. Those days will come to an end. If you work your ASS off, what we teach you in the VIP, you learn like the back of your hand. Everything you think you know now, you throw it in the dumpster. Who is ready to throw everything they have learned previously in the garbage? Who is ready now to learn how to trade correctly? Put me in the chat on YouTube and TikTok. If you're sick of losing, you've had enough of losing, you want to learn how to trade the right way, you're going to empty the cup and you're going to come learn how to trade the right way. That's how confident I am, okay? Because I have all the VIPers for the last 2 years to back up what I'm telling you. It ends today. The losing ends today. If you love trading, you will do whatever it takes to get good at this. Why do you want to wake up every day and try to convince yourself not to take a trade because you know you're going to lose? Are you in that part of your trading journey yet? You wake up and say, I'm not going to trade today. My arm hurts. Or I'm just not feeling it. I'm sneezing too much. Because you know you're going to lose. And you don't want to wreck that ego anymore. But how about you start waking up and saying, with your chest up, I know how to trade now. Today's going to be a good day, right? Who's going to start doing that? We charge you $49.99 a month, $50 a month to teach you how to trade properly. You're going to get a real education on how to be a day trader. $50 a month. I'm not going to charge you $2,000 and then upgrade a membership to make you pay another $2,000 and then upgrade a membership to pay another $1,000 and call them diamonds and pearls and rituals and glass and that. And it's $50, one shot a month. That's it. $50 a month. You come in and learn how to trade. And guess what? If you're lazy, you're going to quit. And if it's not for you, you can get out. But let me ask you this. How are you doing right now? Is what you're doing going to get you to where you want to go? Is what you're doing going to get you consistently profitable? Is what you're doing going to get you to the goals of a trader that you want to get to? If they are, keep doing it. Don't come to us. Keep doing it. But I know the stats are on my side. 9 out of 10 of you aren't doing very well, are you? Okay? Thank you for the follows, everybody. 9 out of 10 aren't doing very well. You will now, before the bell goes off, we're going to pick a random day, everybody. You are going to pick a random day. I'm going to keep my eyes closed. The next date that comes up. Here it is. Boom. You are going to learn on that day. You're going to put your whip zone in like a professional. And you're going to say, we are in a narrow state. We opened in position 1. We got an event to the upside. We are going in and we're going to win. We are not going to guess anymore. We're not going to be afraid for it to come all the way up here, okay, and then try to get in to go to the moon. Those days will be over. Who wants to stop guessing? Who's tired of guessing? Because that's all you're doing every day. Guessing, hoping, wishing, praying. You got to know the state, the position. You got to know your events, okay? You got to know what a break a cycle is. You got to know what a cycle out reversal is. You got to know your double tops and double bottoms and when to play them. You got to learn how to trade on multiple time frames at once. You got to start using real trading software. Real trading software. And we're not going to charge you $5,000 for a Discord. How many of you in here use Thinkorswim or Webull? How many? Thinkorswim or Webull? Let me hear it, everybody. How many use Thinkorswim or Webull? Put me in the chat. Webull. Okay, there's one. Thinkorswim, there's two. Webull. Webull. Look at all of these Webullers. How many of you that use Thinkorswim or Webull have you said to yourself over the last month, why did it fill me at that price? Why can't I get out? Why can't I get in? Put yes or no in the chat. Flare? Do they charge you commissions, Nash? Oh, wow. Look at all of you. You have trouble getting in and out, huh? Once a week. Because they make money off your slippage. So let me explain this to you all that use Webull or Thinkorswim. Here is Webull. Make sure you can see this. Okay, this is Webull right here. Here's the exchange. Right here. Okay? You have the middleman in between you. When you set an order on Webull, it goes to the middleman. The market maker takes it and sends it to the exchange. The exchange sends it back to the market maker. Market maker sends it back to Webull. Bring! And then you get your execution. Between here and here is your middleman. When you get slippage in between your fills, this person makes money. Webull. So your free commissions aren't free. That's a hidden scam. They are charging you commissions through your slippage. Did you guys know that? Did you know that? Okay. So what you want to use is a direct access routing broker, a DAR broker. Do you know why? See this middleman right here? Boom, he's gone. You make a execution with your DAR broker, boom, right to the exchange. But in order to eliminate this person, the middleman, they are going to charge you a small commission in order to get to the exchange. But you're going to get filled like this. Oh, isn't that a revelation? You choose. Choose wisely. Any questions, folks, I can answer for you. Put them in the chat. Let me answer some questions for you. What questions do you have? What are you struggling with in the markets that I can help you with right now for about 10 minutes? What can I help you with? Yes, this works with futures. It doesn't matter the instrument you trade. What we teach you in the VIP works for all instruments. You must learn price action. So let me ask you this. I'm sure a lot of you have started with options, then went to penny stocks, went to futures, tried Forex, tried crypto, and you lost every single one of them, correct? It didn't matter what you switched to. You thought by switching was going to make you a better trader. It's not, because you suck at price action. So it doesn't matter the instrument you trade. Reversals. Who asked that question? Charles Schwab is Thinkorswim? No. Reversals. They do the same thing to you. Here we go on reversals. There are three main ingredients to be a successful reversal trader. Okay? You must know the state of your stock, the position of your stock, and on the higher time frames, I'm going to mark this out here for you, where your major support and resistance levels are. Write that down. You need to know what state your stock is in before the reversal. You need to know what position your stock is in before the reversal. And you need to know, on the higher time frame, are we coming into major support or resistance? Are we coming into the base? We just had on the VIP live training last Tuesday, we went over this for an hour. With the VIP, you get trained by me every Tuesday and Thursday night at 7 p.m. That's one perk. You will have access to over 65 hours worth of educational content. That goes up every week. Pretty soon we'll be at 70 hours. You will upload your trades. I have a lot to review over the weekend. And you will upload your trades to us. We'll show you how. We are going to review your trades for you to tell you what you did right or what you did wrong. We are going to teach you how to trade. We are going to give you the fishing pole. We're going to teach you to go out and catch some fish. You're not going to catch very many in the beginning. And we're going to tell you why you're not catching many fish. And we're going to try to help you so you start catching fish. We're not going to take the pole and go fishing for you because that helps nobody. That does not help you at all. Got it? We are at 97,000 likes. Then you can take what I teach you, and then you could go show your family members because it is a tool you will have for the rest of your life. So you need to know what state your stock is in, what position, and what the higher time frames are telling you. So if we go to AMD, let's pull this back, and we catch this reversal back to the upside, well, there's a couple things here. Number one, we're in a wide state, right? Number one was state, so we can cross that off our list. We are in a wide state, so the likelihood that this 20 is coming back to that 200 is very high. Check. Number two, what position are we in? Well, we are way down here in position 3. Check. We can lock that up. We have 2 out of the 3. Now you go to your higher time frame, and down here at the hold number, on the higher time frame, do we have major support here so we can make that trade to the upside? The answer is going to be yes. Okay? So those are the 3 things you need to know extensively. But if you don't know state, position, and you're not using 5 time frames when you trade, you don't stand a chance of connecting on a reversal trade. What broker to use? Sonny, you have to go and investigate that. I can't tell you what broker to use. Put a little effort in, Sonny. Go into Google and say, give me some list of some DAR brokers, and then go and research them. Okay? You use TOS level 2. Yes, everyone uses level 2. But let me guess, I bet you don't know how to read level 2. Been using it for 4 years. How's your trading going? What else, folks? What else? Keep tapping. We are at 100,000 likes. Let's go, my beautiful traders. Your trading's going great? Good. Keep doing it. Keep it up, Sonny. Keep it up, baby. What else? NQ? Let's do it. But we know, Sonny, that there's a 92% chance you're lying. Oh, hold on, everybody. Right now on NQ, you are in a wide state. So what are we not doing on NQ? What are we not doing on NQ? Can anyone tell me? Thank you, Candy. Yes, we got to finish off those roses, my beautiful traders. Can we finish off those roses? Yes. Right, we're not looking for the long. You are looking this way on NQ. You are in a wide state. You're not going long. This 20 needs to catch back up to this 200 before we look for a long play again. And there's 2 ways that this 20 and this 200 are going to catch up to each other. What are those 2 ways? We talked about it at the beginning. Anybody? What are the two ways this 20 and 200 will catch back up to each other? Who knows? And remember, the VIP is open. Yes, I must have put this up 3 times already. Folks, just pay attention. The VossTrading.com. That is where you go to get into the VIP. TikTok bio has a link. YouTube bio has a link. Or just type in www.thevosstrading.com. Okay? Through price action or through time. Okay? Those are the two ways they're going to come back together again. So what does that mean? Price action, you're going to get violence, beautiful price action to the downside, which will bring this 20 down. Or time, you have to wait for the 200 to catch up, and this means that you are going to consolidate and chop around until that happens. All right? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Direct access routing, Alan. DAR means direct access routing. Roll call. Thank you, Candy, April, Michael, Sue, Felicia. Oh, wait, we got to finish those roses, guys. Come on. GG, Coach TY, Jose, Celestos, LD, Sue, Felicia, Baez, and Method. Yeah. JL, Haba, Lino Rocha, Naomi, Andrew the Believer, The Hammer, Marina, Lino again. Mr. Dave, thank you for the super chats over there on YouTube and all the crowns over here on TikTok. Thank you so much. Davion, Andrew, JDM, to the moon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rivian, you wanted to see, you were talking about some nonsensical wedge on the daily. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. The problem with Rivian has nothing to do with a wedge. I'm going to make it very simple for you. Put your wedge. Only wedge you're doing is you're going to get out a nice piece of wedge from a nice salad today, all right? So here's what. You're too far from the 20. Your 8's too far from the 20. Rivian will be coming back to the 20, okay? No wedge, no bullshit, state position, and that's all you need to know. Who is getting in the VIP today? Who's getting in that VIP for the first time? Put me in the chat. Let's see. We'll tag you in the VIP once you get in. We'll welcome you with open arms, and then we'll get to work, okay? Thank you, Candy! Candy! I love you guys. We'll be back on tomorrow morning for you. Tomorrow, we're going to put our whip zones in. We're going to go over positions. So when you're in that VIP later, you can start watching all those recordings. You get immediate access, okay? I love you all so, so very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, and be kind to each other. Love you guys. You can do this. Have a great one. You want to join the VIP? Link is in the bio, my brother. Get in there, Brandon Jones. Get in there, my brother. Thank you for all the taps. 106,000.